first of all, I'm running because I believe we need to have representation at all age levels, and there are a number of younger gentlemen and some ladies that are running and are on the council at the present time. And I believe, being 71 at the time when I take office, when I'm successful and winning for one of the at-large seats, that I would bring to it a perception that sometimes is not always there of understanding what the impact is on the different social and economic groups. My past experience is I spent over 40 years in management, working for the Marion County Health Department and Indianapolis Airport Authority. I spent 24 years as a city councilman in Greenwood, was elected 6 times. I served on the Planning Commission for 9 years, was president of the City Council for 6 years, the 24. Served on several regional boards, including Central Indiana Regional Transit Authority. And I just have a broad range and background, and I think I bring to it, some experience that perhaps others don't. Well, I don't think there's anything that's going poorly or bad that I'm running, to try to correct. I'm trying to help improve some of the operations that are going on, and my top 3 priorities are working with the cities and towns to explore possible savings in areas such as providing of services, supplies, perhaps healthcare. Maybe there's some way that we can all work together to try to reduce some of those costs throughout the county. Second, my intention is to try to monitor the economic impact of the I-69 expansion as it comes through the county. And third, assist in projects that encourage economic development in the community, such as your neighbor down the street on the visit Johnson County. I think that's a great addition. I'm going down there to visit it after I leave the interview here. Well, I think when you say that there are going to be problems with the budget, it doesn't mean that you have to cut anything. It might mean that you have to reanalyze how you spend what you're taking in. And I've been attending the council meetings, of course, and then attended on Zoom, those ones that I couldn't be in person. And I am aware of what some of the issues are coming up that are really uncertain as far as the revenues coming in. And I believe that tightening the belt wherever it's possible, seeing if there are perhaps some duplication of services that could be done. It sounds oversimplifying it. For example, if there's a custodian that is cleaning at one location and another building has a custodian, could they somehow combine that where they would have a custodian doing both instead of having 2 separate custodial? And that's a very simplified idea of how you can cut costs. You amplify that times the number of employees that exist in the county, and that is certainly something you have to deal with. Also looking with the possibility of whether or not there are projects that can be postponed until we know more certainly what's happening with the impact of the revenues coming from the state. Well, I'm not aware of all the capital projects. That's sometimes the capital is the biggest chunk. And I'm not aware of all the capital projects, but I'm thinking specifically there might be some road improvements that are a possibility that could be, spread over a period of time. It came up at the last council meeting about some library, which isn't part of the county council's authority, but they have overview of that. But it impacts our total tax implication on each individual property.